Hey there friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we're here at Disney's Animal Kingdom and we're gonna do some pin trading. Now today's goal is to find more letters, more letter pins. We found N in the last video, and speaking of the last video, you all let me know that I missed the E that was on the board by the Sunglass Hut, which I saw it while I was editing and I totally missed that pin. So to the people who were screaming at their TVs, I apologize. I will keep a better lookout for the other letters today for sure. That is our main goal. And then of course, if we see anything else that we like, we're definitely going to take. Now, I have my bag full of pins, my heart full of hope. Let's do this. And our first pin board is actually gonna be here at the ticket booth before you enter the park. They have a pin board, so let's go see what they've got. The cast members grabbing the pin board, but here's a look at the pins that I brought with me today. So I have all of these, all of these, all of these, and then I always bring a little bit of some lesser value pins just in case I like a little scrapper on the board. I have something of equal value to trade. Okay, and here's a look at our very first pin board. All right. Ooh, look at that Lucifer. I really like that. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go with the Lucifer and then I'll trade the, I guess we'll do this Snow White pin here. All right, and we did our very first pin trade. I got the Lucifer and I traded for the Snow White that was behind here. I did an equal value trade because this is most definitely not the real deal Lucifer pin. Just looking at it, I can tell there are dips in the enamel, which is one way you can tell if a pin is, you know, not legit. But if you're someone who doesn't really mind, then have fun with it. Have fun with it. It's all about the excitement of pin trading, the adventure, never the treasure. So I want to be a little bit less picky today so we could have like a good time pin trading. We made it into the park. Now our next pin board is actually going to be right here in the front, and it's going to be at Guest Relations, which is like right here behind me. And here's the pin board in Guest Relations. All right, looking for letters. Don't see any. All right, thank you so much. Not a bad pin board. So there was nothing on that pin board for me. I really am keeping an eye out for the letters. I hope I don't go back, edit this video, and then see just like my entire full name and last name spelled out on a board, and I just missed it. So I'm trying to really keep an eye out for it. But now we're gonna head to our next pin board, which is also gonna be in the same area, and it is at the Garden Gate Gifts. Now, sometimes they keep the pin board outside, sometimes they'll move it inside, sometimes they don't have it at all. So let's see what's happening today. This is Garden Gate Gifts. We're gonna head inside and see if they have the pin board. Okay, here's a look at our next pin board. Again, keeping an eye out for letters. They do have some letters here, but those are not the pins we're specifically looking for. All right, I don't think I see anything here for me, but thank you so much. So there was nothing on that pin board for me, but Score, they had the pin board today. The last time I came here, they didn't have it, so hooray, hooray for today. We're gonna head to our next pin board, but look who is out and about meeting and greeting. It is Lady Divine, who looks very divine. I love how she like blends in with the background. Sometimes when there's not a crowd here, I don't even notice her because she's so well blended into the shrubbery. I also forgot to mention to stay tuned to the end of the video because we're going to be opening up 3 blind boxes that were given to me by a friend, Priscilla. They are the Loungefly Zootopia single character pins. So I'm going to open up 3 boxes here on YouTube, and then I'm also going to open up another 3 boxes on Instagram and TikTok. So same video, Instagram and TikTok, but that's where you can watch it because I know some of you do not have TikTok and you stick to YouTube and Instagram. So I'm trying to post on both. It'll be the same video, but you know what I mean. Anyway, next pin board. Okay, and here we are on Discovery Island. Now, we have 2 pin locations here. We have one over at Island Mercantile, which is gonna be on your left, and then we have another one on our right at Riverside Depot. So let's start on this side, the left, and head into Island Mercantile. Now, sometimes their pin board is outside. Inside, it looks like today the pin board is, oh, it's outside today. All right, let's go see it. And this is the pin board at Island Mercantile. Very full, very healthy looking board. I see a few cute pins here. Nothing really that I need for my collection, but not a bad pin board. Oh, Mother Gothel, the queen, the icon. Very nice. And another Lucifer pin. All right, no letters. I don't see any letters here. You also want to pop into Island Mercantile because you can find pin trading cast members in here sometimes, and it looks like I already spotted one. All right, and I spotted a pin trading cast member. Here's a look at their pin pad. And I spotted another pin trading cast member. Here's a look at their pin pad. Anytime you're pin trading, especially here at Animal Kingdom, you always want to keep your eyes peeled because you can find pin trading cast members just about anywhere, especially on the custodial ones. They walk around with little pin pads like I just showed you, so always keep your eyes peeled. I don't know why I'm doing this, but keep them peeled. But now we're crossing over into Riverside Depot slash the Discovery Trading Company. They connect, and you can find, I believe, a pin board and pin trading cast members in here. So my friends, if there was pin trading here, this is where the pin board would be. So we're gonna try to find a pin trading cast member instead. Okay, so I did find a pin trading cast member. Here's a look at their pin pad. And here's another pin trading cast member. They do have a letter, but we're looking for KEVI. All right, thank you. Found 2 more pin trading cast members. Here's a look at the first pin pad, plus this little Eeyore pin, which I'm kind of tempted. I'm very tempted. And then here's a look at the other pin pad. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go for the Eeyore, and I always let the cast member pick their pin that's on the pin pad. So everything in here is up for trade, so you can pick whatever you'd like.
There's so many choices.
Horace, here's a better look at the Eeyore pin that I got. He's from 2001, and his body is only connected by a spring, so he is very, very fragile. So we're gonna place him in the book, and I'm gonna keep him forever. I love him, I love him. Also, I kind of feel like this is my redemption arc right now, because in the last video, the E that I passed up on to spell my name was Eeyore, and now we just got Eeyore, so a little bit of a redemption moment for me. So I came outside to check for a pin board, and I ran into another pin trading cast member. Here's a look at their pin pad. And I did find the pin board outside of Riverside Depot. It's here at the ticket corner, so we're gonna check it out. All right, and here is a look at the pin board outside. Okay, no letters, but there is an orange bird who's cute. Another Eeyore. All right, we are haunted by Eeyore. So I'm headed to the next pin board, but it looks like there's a pin trading cast member here by Doug and Russell's meet and greet. Let's go see what she's got. Okay, here's a look at the pin trading cast member's pin pad. We're headed to our next pin location, and that is the Flame Tree Barbecue. Now, this one's a little 50-50. If they have a pin board, it's gonna be under that red umbrella. I'm gonna ask the cast member, but like during lunchtime, at the time of filming, it's 11:15, so it's pretty much lunch. They'll kind of put it away because they won't have a cast member there to like man the board, but we're gonna go ask. Maybe it's underneath that desk. All right, so here's a look at our pin board. The cast member asked to be in the video, you guys. So we're looking for letters today. I don't see any here. Yeah, so you do have a U, so I'm looking for a K.
Yeah, we do have a U. We don't unfortunately have an A. Let's see what we can find for you. Any ones that you're looking for?
So I'm always on the hunt for Judy Hopps, and then specifically today are the letters. But this is not a bad pin board. Got some pretty good stuff on there. There's Obi-Wan Kenobi, which I like.
Actually, well, I thought this was Obi-Wan, but it actually looks like Belle's father, though. I thought it was like Ben Kenobi.
Is that Belle's father? No way.
I think he's a rare one. Because, like, well, no, because it looks like Ben Kenobi.
Yeah, I think it's Ben
I think
Kenobi.
it has to be Ben Kenobi. Because we had one that he was like, his hair was just like falling out, so it was like obviously Belle's.
Yeah.
Belle's father. We got Spider-Woman. Spider-Woman, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Spider-Woman.
Yeah, pretty good pin board.
Let's see, we got this one.
Mother Gothel.
Yeah, we got Mother Gothel.
Do you do pin trading or no?
Yeah, I do pin trading.
Oh, nice.
I have a whole ones of Captain Hook. I just have just Captain Hook.
Oh, that's your like go-to Captain Hook?
Yeah.
Nice. I like when people have like a specific thing they collect.
I have like rare ones. I got like those Pirates of the Caribbean 2 pirates and Captain Hook. Like,
all right, sweet. So if I see any good Captain Hook, I know where to come. I'll bring it over here. And that was the pin board at the Flame Tree Barbecue. Thank you so much. I like all your pins. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, so there was nothing on that pin board for me, but I love when a cast member is equally into pin trading as I am. He was super excited. He was earning his ears, so he just started off, but he's actually a pin trader himself. He's been doing it for a very long time. His collection is Captain Hook and Pirates, which is super cool. I love when someone has a curated pin collection, and he just walked me through the entire board. He knew a lot about where the pin came from, what year they came from. So I try to put some of it in there, but the microphone was kind of far back, so I don't know if you could hear, but I love when they're equally into it. And all the cast members were just like gobsmacked by my Judy Hopps collection, so yes. Now we're gonna head into DinoLand. Now, A majority of DinoLand is under construction, which is not the best, but when it comes to pin trading, it's a good thing because they have replaced a lot of the stuff with a lot of pins everywhere. Like you can find a lot of pin trading cast members here, you can find mini boards everywhere, and they've done that just to kind of make up for the land being under construction, which is good. We like that. Another downside though is we did lose the world's largest pin trading truck, which was my favorite place to go pin trading, but they have added pin boards at these little refreshment carts. So we have one here. Let's go see what they've got. Okay, here's the pin board at the refreshment cart. I see Snow White on the board. I've kind of like fallen in love with Snow White lately because I did watch the live action and I liked it. So I'm into Snow White. Another U. We're looking for the K, the E, the V, the I. Oh, we're haunted by the U. All right, and I don't see anything here for me, so let's keep moving. Oh my goodness, they have added the concept art for Tropical Americas on the construction walls. So there is the Encanto Casita, which I'm super excited for that. It's gonna be an attraction. It's gonna be so fun. Look at the front yard, how beautiful. And they have all of this area, which I think this is where we are like right now, like somewhere in that area. And then that's going to be the dinosaur. Well, that's going to be the new Indiana Jones, which is currently Dinosaur. And then this looks like where Chester and Hester's used to be. So it looks like it's going to be a merchandise location. And then we're just going to have a bunch of like little booths around, which is super fun. I'm really excited for this. This is probably the most excited thing I'm excited for. Did that sentence make any sense? Probably not. We're headed to the next pin board and it's going to be at a Dinosaur, but oh, I almost forgot. There's another refreshment cart right here, and there's a pin board. Let's go see what they've got. So I'm waiting in line for the pin board, but I also decided I'm gonna open one of the Zootopia boxes scattered throughout the video. Instead of doing all three at the end, we're gonna do them one every like couple pin boards, so that way it's spread out through the video. So that way you have to watch the whole thing. All right, here's a look at the pin board. Again, no letters. Right, nothing here for me. There was nothing on that pin board for me. Now we're gonna pop into the gift shop after Dinosaur, which I believe is the Dino Institute. We're gonna head in there. They have a pin board now, so let's go check it out. And then after that, we'll open up our first Zootopia blind box. So here's a Dinosaur, and then the gift shop is gonna be right on the side, the Dino Institute gift shop. Okay, and this is the pin board in the Dino Institute. Okay, again, the U. A lot of U's today, and Snow White. Alrighty, nothing here for me. Thank you so much, I appreciate it. So there was nothing on the Dinosaur pin board for me, although a lot of U's today. So the only thing we can spell as of right now from the pins is, So we do have another pin board here in DinoLand, and it's going to be at Restaurantosaurus at this little front desk right here. This is a look at the pin board by Restaurantosaurus. Okay, Mother Gothel again, the queen, the icon, Mother Gothel. We got some chins. We have, little cast member pins. Those are pretty fun. There is the Geppetto, who gets mistaken for Obi-Wan Kenobi. Looking for the letters, I don't see any. Always on the hunt for Judy Hopps, don't see her. So, nothing on this pin board for me. Now, I'm making my way over to Asia, and we're gonna pass the Finding Nemo the musical, and sometimes they have some pin trading cast members out there, so we're definitely gonna take a look. But here is another refreshment cart, and it looks like this location has 2 pin boards. All right, and here's a look at one of the pin boards at the cart. Okay. I don't see any letters. I really need the letters. And here is the other pin board. Thank you so much. Alrighty, I don't see any. Oh, another U. Oh man.
Those are everywhere.
Yeah, I'm looking for a K, a V, an E, an I.
Anything but you, right?
Yeah, anything but you. That was good. Thank you guys so much. Okay, so there was nothing on that pin board for me, but the banter between the cast member was so fun. I was telling him, like, I'm looking for the letters, and he was like, yeah, there's just a lot of U's. We're looking for everything but you. And it just made me LOL. So, okay, next pin board. So here we are at Finding Nemo, the Big Blue and Beyond. And unfortunately, they don't have any pin trading cast members right now. Usually during the day, they won't have the pin board out, not till like the last showing, because it takes so many cast members to usher in the people. They kind of need all hands on deck, and then they'll bring the pin board a little bit later on. So if we're still here, we'll swing back around and hope that it's available, because they are super cute. They are in the shape of like some of the characters from Finding Nemo, like the starfish and Pearl, the little squid. So I hope we can spot it today. Since we couldn't find the pin board, now would be a good opportunity to open up one of the Zootopia blind boxes that are a Loungefly blind box. So here's a look at the characters that come in this set. So we have Big, Mr. Big, which is the mafioso little shrew from the film. We also have Assistant Mayor Bellwether, who I love so much. We have Finnick down here, which is the one I would really like to pull in this box. We also have Nick, Judy, and then the Yeti, or not Yeti, the Yak. I'm looking at Expedition Everest and I said Yeti. This is the Yak, the yoga teacher. I don't know his name, I think it's Yak. All right, now this blind box comes with one single pin. You always gotta shake it for good luck. All right, and the Zootopia pin we have is perfection. It's literally the one that I wanted. Finnick, who is my favorite character from the film, when he puts on his little glasses and he spits out the binky and he's like, "Don't ever call me baby," in a deep voice. I love him. I love him. We're gonna add him to my Zootopia pin collection. We'll find a little spot for him. But thank you so much, Priscilla. This blind box was a gift from her. I met her at a pin event yesterday, and she gave me 6 of these. So we're gonna open 2 more in this video. And like I said, the other 3 are gonna be available on TikTok and Instagram. So make sure you head over there, follow, and keep your eye out for that video. Now let's get back to pin trading. So on my way to the next pin board, I ran into a friend who watches with her kids, and they did a trade with me. I got this incredible elemental pin, and the middle thing spins. How cute is that? I'm a big fan of Elemental. It's one of my favorite Pixar films. We don't get many pins, so as soon as she pulled it out, I was like, yeah, I need this pin. I love it so, so much. And then I traded away the Zootopia Judy Hopps extravaganza pin that I had extra of. Shout out to her. Thank you so much for this incredible pin. And I must say, your kids were so polite. He said, "Excuse me, sir," and I was like, "Oh, what a nice young child." Very nice. Shout out to them. Thank you so much for the pin trade. Oh, I'm sorry. I also did another pin trade with someone who watches, and she wanted some of the hidden Mickey pins, like the Disney ones, like the ear headband, the Stitch in the blue collection. I only had the headband, and I don't really collect them like that. If I happen to see it, I'll take it, because I know a lot of people love them and really want them, and I like to help people finish their sets. So I traded her that, and I got the Figment coffee mug, which I like to have these too, because these move very well underneath Spaceship Earth. Most people go there looking to complete their sets, so I like to help people out. So I decided to go with this one here. And I managed to find a nice little spot for my new Finnick pin, who I'm in love with. I love him so much. Oh, this is looking good. This is looking real good. And now let's get back to pin trading. We made it into Asia, and they should have a pin board here at this refreshment cart. All right, and here is the pin board at the refreshment cart. I haven't seen a Snow White jewel in forever. They also have the Cinderella jewel. Here's the Natalie Nunn chin pin, Batty Batty Shot O'Clock. All right, I don't see anything on here for me, but let's keep moving. So our next pin board is going to be at the gift shop for Expedition Everest. It's gonna be under that red umbrella. And this is the pin board by Expedition Everest. Okay. No letters, looking for letters today. I've seen a lot of this guy, who I once thought was Broccoli, but apparently he's a paint tube or one of the fountains from the Wonders of Color or Colors of Wonder. Do you know what that is? This guy here?
You have the same suspicion I do.
We're just gonna go with Broccoli. He looks more like Broccoli. All right, thank you so much. All right, so there was nothing on that pin board for me, but as I'm moseying through Asia, it's not that busy here in Animal Kingdom. It's currently like spring break season right now, and it's Sunday, and it doesn't feel that crowded. Maybe it's because the overcast. Maybe people don't want to get caught in the rain, but I don't see no rain in the forecast. But yeah, not too bad today, not too bad. Okay, we have another refreshment cart coming up. Let's see if they have a pin board. And they do have a pin board. Here's a look at their pins. Again, you, another one. There's Stitch, Mother Gothel, Queen Icon. There's also a little Duffy pin. Flounder is very cute. Okay, no letters, no Judy, nothing I need for my collection. Now I'm gonna take this little walking path over to the Cali River Rapids because you can find some pin trading cast members back here. Just gotta keep your eyes peeled like a banana. So towards the back, they have the Maharajah jungle track, and there should be a pin trading cast member back there. All right, and no, it's okay, it's okay. All right, and here's a look at the pin trading cast members pin pad. All right, thank you so much. So headed towards Yak and Yeti, they have this little gift shop here, Mandala Gifts, and they have pin trading cast members. Okay, and here's a look at the pin trading cast members pin pad, which I really like this Miko here. So I think I'll take that, and then I'll let you pick the pin. I'll give you this little Mickey here.
You got it.
Sounds good? All right, so I did another pin trade. I took this little Miko because, I don't know, I just wanted to. The cast members pin pad was a little sad, and I thought, you know what, let's bless the board, and Miko's pretty cute. We don't really see a lot of Pocahontas stuff, so I decided to take it. I forgot to mention, something they do here at Animal Kingdom is they have a pin parade. Now, they do not announce when the parade is happening or where it's going to be. You just have to get lucky and spot it. Now, I've caught the parade one time, and it was by Feathered Friends in Flight. It was so cool. There were so many cast members lined up, pin trading. Hopefully, we can spot it today. I don't know, but fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Again, they don't tell you like when or where they're going to be or what time they're coming out. So here is Feathered Friends in Flight, and it looks like they don't have any shows today, but they do have a pin board in front. Oh, my voice cracked. Sorry. Let's go check it out. All right, here's a look at the pin board by Feathered Friends in Flight. I like that Donald. That's pretty cute. There's Abu. Looking for letters. I don't see any letters. And I don't think there's going to be anything here for me. So unfortunately, there was nothing on that pin board for me, but we do have another one by Feathered Friends in Flight, and it's going to be right here at this refreshment cart. Okay, this is the pin board at the refreshment cart. So they do have a little Rhodian. I do have this, or Greedo. Very nice. There's the prince from Snow White. I'm in a Snow White era, but don't really care for that pin too much. Got Mickey. And I'm seeing a lot of these pins, the signs. All right, nothing here for me. Let's keep moving. We're making our way into Africa. Now, before we head to our next pin board, let's open up another blind box. So I was looking for a place to open up this blind box, but I found another pin board here at the guest experience team. Okay, and this is the pin board under the blue umbrella. Look at the Mulan parking lot sign. That's pretty cool. Another little Rhodian. Very nice. All right, nothing here for me. So I'm posted up here by Harambe Marketplace. It's time to open up another Zootopia blind box. Again, here's a look at the characters that come in this set. So we have Judy, Nick, and the Yak from the yoga studio. And then we also have Mr. Big, Assistant Mayor Bellwether, and Finnick, who we just pulled in the last box. So here we go. Next one. All right. Shake it for good luck. Always shake it for good luck. Let's see who's in here. And we have, okay, not a duplicate, and it is the little yak. Sorry, it's trying to focus on my face. There you go, the little yak. Maybe we should Google his name. I don't know his name, but happy to have him a part of my collection now. So we're gonna find a nice little spot for him to fit on the Zootopia pin bag. And now, let's head to the next pin board. Yay. So I added the little yak to my collection. He squeezed in right there, fighting for his life for a space on this board. It's time to maybe get a bigger pin bag because all my Zootopia pins don't even fit. And maybe one day I'll do a video and I'll show you all the Zootopia pins that I have collected. But super excited, another one in the collection. Here at Harambe Market, they have a pin board just sitting outside right here. Let's go take a look at what they have. All right, here's a look at the pin board. Again, we're on the hunt for the letters, and here is another U. Another U. We have a little popsicle, the safety pins. Once upon a time, your friend Kevin was on the hunt for these, and I found them all and then traded them. They have a little Duffy, and no other letters here, so nothing on this pin board for me. Our next stop is the pin station here in Africa. They have a pin board. It's gonna be on the right. It used to be right there by the register, but they moved it more on that side. Let's go take a look. All right, here is a look at the pin board in Africa. Oh, little teddy bear's cute. Sorcerer Mickey, that's kind of nice. I kind of want that. All right, so I think I'm gonna go with this, and then I'm gonna trade you we'll give away the Stitch. All right, so I ended up doing a pin trade there. I grabbed the little Sorcerer Mickey headband. This is not a part of the new Disney collection, but the pin board was looking a little rough, so I was like, you know what, let me bless that pin board and put down the little Stitch because I know everybody loves Stitch, and to be honest, I just want to get rid of all my Stitch pins. Now, towards the back of Africa by Mombasa Marketplace, there's a refreshment cart who also has a pin board, and this is the pin board at the refreshment cart. A little Star Wars pin, very nice. He's pretty cute. I'm seeing a lot of this today, but no letters. All right, nothing here for me. I'm also gonna pop into Mombasa Marketplace and see if I can find any pin trading cast members. So I didn't find a pin trading cast member inside. It was a little too hectic, so I figured they probably moved them somewhere else. And I think there's a pin trading cast member out here at this little register. All right, and I did find a pin trading cast member. Here's a look at their pin pad. Okay, thank you so much. So we are all done here in Africa. Now we're gonna start making our way into Pandora, the world of Avatar, because they have 3 pin locations there. But also along the way, we will be bumping into some more refreshment carts. Anytime you see a refreshment cart, even if you can't visibly see the pin board, just ask because it might be underneath their desk or on the side of the register. Always ask for a pin board. So we have another refreshment cart here by the Festival of the Lion King. Let's take a look at what they have. Okay, this is a look at the pin board. Look at this little Anna. She looks pretty rough, huh? Pretty rough looking pin. Here's a look at the rest. Now, I don't see anything on here for me, but wow. Okay, so there was nothing on that board for me, but if you noticed, I pointed out that Anna pin. I did that for a reason, because there was someone in front of me and there was a beautiful imaginative icon pins, which comes in the blind box, and it was the Sword in the Stone pin, and this gentleman decided to take all of his scrappers and swap them for all of the nicer pins that were on there. There were some pretty good pins. So that, my friends, is a huge no-no. Do not do that. That's not fair. That's not fair for people who are trading authentic pins. Now, I get it. Like the pin boards, most of them are fake. It is an epidemic that Disney can't control, that we can't control. Like people are just gonna pin trade fake pins because they either don't know, don't want to spend the money on the real pins. You know, it's just going to happen. But if you are gonna trade your scrappers, you have to do it for equal value because it's fair. I don't think it's fair for someone who's paying the $22 for the 2 like blind box pins, trades it on a board and it's nothing but scrappers, and then you come along with your Ziploc of pins that you got from Amazon or eBay, which are all fake. Those are all fake pins, and you are knowingly swapping those because you know you're gonna swap it for a better pin. That is not cool, and that's like pin etiquette 101, like equal value. I'm not saying don't trade the scrappers, just do it like equal value. Like if there's a scrapper that you like, you trade a scrapper. If there's a good pin, you gotta leave a good pin. It's fair. It just really, that guy just really grind my gears right now because it wasn't cool. Like, ugh. All right, we made it to Pandora. I just wanted to come here and do this shot. It's so beautiful. I love Pandora. Every time I see it, I'm like, wow, they really popped off. They really popped off. And I wish they would keep Animal Kingdom open later because when the sun sets and it is darkness upon the land, everything glows. Everything glows, looks incredible. But the problem is during daylight savings, the sun doesn't go down around like till 8:30. So you don't get to see all of the beauty, which the Imagineers wanted you to see at night. And Disney doesn't keep it open. Anyway, beautiful place, beautiful place. All right, to the pin board. Okay, so our first pin board here in Pandora is actually gonna be under this little straw umbrella at Santuli Canteen. And here is the pin board at Santuli Canteen. Little Jawa, that's fun. Toy Story. All right, nothing here for me. Our next pin board is gonna be right outside Wind Traders, which is the gift shop after Flight of Passage. Okay, this is the pin board at Wind Traders. Very good pin board, 2 Star Wars pins. I'm looking for the letters. Oh, that's cute. I kind of like that. All right, so I think I'm gonna go with this little Pirates pin here, and then I'm gonna trade the Pinocchio that I have. All right, and score, I got a little Pirates pin. It's the dog with the key in his mouth. I think he's super cute. Yeah, no real reason. I just thought he was cute. We got one more pin board here in Pandora, and it's actually gonna be at this cart here where you can purchase a beverage. All right, and unfortunately, they do not have their pin board today. But if you're coming here to Animal Kingdom and you're in Pandora, make sure you're stopping at the cart because they'll probably have it when you're here. So we are all done in Pandora. Now we have a few more pin boards to hit as we're exiting Animal Kingdom. So there's gonna be one at the Tusker House. There's gonna be another at the Pizza Fari location. And then I think we also have a beverage cart coming up with a pin board. Okay, so here is Tiffin's. I think I said Tusker House. It's actually Tiffin's that you can find a pin board. And then there is a cart here where there should be a pin board as well. All right, and this is the pin board at the refreshment cart. All right, I don't see anything here for me. Thank you so much. Nothing on that pin board for me. Now let's check Tiffin's. All right, here's a look at the pin board at Tiffin's. They got the cruise line chip. That's really cute. Also, Duffy's on there, a little Dumbo, Mickey pants. All right, cute. Thank you so much. So next to Tiffin's, they have a Disney Vacation Club little booth, and there's a pin board under the umbrella. Let's go take a look. Okay, so they did have a pin board. Something I do anytime I'm doing these videos is I always approach the pin board and I always ask, no matter what, even if I've seen this cast member before, if they know me, doesn't matter. I always ask, is it okay if I film the pin board? Sometimes I'll get a no. So right now I just got a no, like we don't want you to film the pin board, which is totally okay. Listen, one thing about me, I'm never gonna argue with a cast member. They make the rules, I'm here to follow them. Oh, and if you're gonna do like videos like this, you should be asking if you could film the pin board just so the cast member is aware there's a camera, you know? So sometimes you'll get a no, that's totally okay. They didn't have anything on there for me anyway, so it wasn't a loss. Next pin board. Our next pin board is the Pizza Fari's pin board, which is right outside at this umbrella. Here's a look at our next pin board, a Donald egg, very cute. Another tourist pin, wow. We've got, Indiana Jones, right? Is that Indiana Jones?
I think so.
Right? Okay, Indiana Jones. Not sure who that is or that is. Sorry to those people. All right, nothing here for me, but thank you so much. Next to Pizza Fari, there's another refreshment cart, which has a pin board. Let's go take a look. All right, and here's a look at our final pin board of the day. All right, no letters, no Judy hops. All right, nothing here for me. That was our final pin board of the day here at Animal Kingdom. Now let's find a nice little spot to open up our final Zootopia blind box. So I found a nice little area to open up our final Loungefly Zootopia pin. So again, here's who comes in this set. We have Mr. Big, we have Assistant Mayor Bellwether, Finnick, who we already pulled. We also have Judy Hopps, Nick, and then the yak yoga instructor who we just pulled. Okay, final one. Here we go. Let's see who's in this set. Shake it for good luck. And we have Mr. Big. Oh, so cute. What a way to go out. I love Mr. Big. Love it, love it, love it. And that was our final blind box for YouTube. Now I do have 3 more that I am going to open for the short form, which is Instagram and TikTok. So I have these 3 boxes left. So if you want to see how that plays out, head over to WDW Kevin on TikTok or Instagram. I am the same on every social media platform. I am the cockroach of the internet. Now that is going to do it for our time pin trading here at Animal Kingdom. We made out with some pretty great stuff. No letters, unfortunately. A lot of U's today, but no K's, no E's, no V's, no I's. We already have the N. So hopefully we'll find it in the next video, which let me know in the comments where we should head next. And for more Disney content just like this, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.